Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 20. Can you guys believe this show been on for 5 months? 4 episodes a month, and they had 20. That means it's been on half a year. I knew I was tired of it. Crazy. I never knew a show to be on that long, a reality show, but I guess it does so well. But anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Cynthia's really trying to get this modeling school off the ground. Remember that modeling search that she's been talking about the last couple of episodes? Well, today is the day. And remember that big promo that supposedly Peter did on the radio? Well, evidently everybody in Atlanta heard it but me, because we had a little bit of everything up at that casting call. And like Cynthia said, everybody thinks that they are a model. Everybody ain't a model. It's quite a motley crew of people there. They're quite ratchet. And that's the thing with model searches. You got to go through quite a bit of hay just to get to the needle. Cynthia's put together a team of panelists that are going to sit down and try to whittle through all of these people and, you know, get her a group of people that she could feel, you know, that could represent her school when she sends them up to New York. So they go through all these folks, and they look like they basically come up with about 9 or 10. This 9 or 10 was like, well, I'm not going to talk bad about people, y'all, because I'm not a model. I don't, you know, go around finding that one thing about somebody that makes them be the it factor. I'm not that type of professional, but all I know is if Cynthia's sending these 9 or 10 bunch of folks up to New York to go on some modeling calls, well, I'm hoping that she bought a round trip ticket. Nene and Cynthia are furniture shopping, and Nene is preoccupied. Cynthia notices that she's not her normal self and just like, what's going on with you, Nene? What's wrong? And, you know, Nene says that she's finally made a decision that she is going to divorce Greg. Oh, poor Nene. Poor baby. I won't make fun out of it because, you know, nobody likes to see a marriage go down. You know, those kind of things I wouldn't wish on anybody, but just one little part of me, that nagging part, just, it seems like to me that Nene had already decided quite a while ago that she was going to leave Greg alone, and that she just dragged it out for the season. Now that might just be me. That might just be me. I can't say for sure, because, you know, people, you need to be sure that you are over your marriage when you're making a big decision like divorce, right? But I also think that women know, and men, I think people know, like, when they're done, that they are done. And, you know, I'm sure it's a whole bunch of hullabaloo that you got to go through to get the separation and get the divorce and, you know, finally make it happen and everything. But I think that within yourself, you know when your marriage is over. Nene has dragged it out for the season. It was good talk for the season, and not to say that she doesn't care about Greg and that she doesn't have concerns for her family and everything, but I think that she had already been there. Just like Cynthia said, a lot in their relationship has changed. You know, she is the money maker now. Before, when, you know, when she and Greg first got together, and up to just a few years ago, he was the money maker. And, you know, when your relationship dynamics change like that, then I'm sure that that puts a lot of strain on things. Nene is a celebrity now. You know, she's acting, she's, you know, doing all types of things now, and she's clearly feeling herself, smelling herself. I'm not hating on Nene, because good for her. I think that she has been one of the smart ones that's turned this whole thing, you know, stretched out her 15 minutes much further. So more power to her. But, you know, she is on the top, you know, when we on the seesaw. So she's up on the top seesaw, and Greg is down here right now. So yeah, it's a lot on a relationship, and I think it's just over. Now later on in the show, she meets with John, and y'all remember who John is. John is the rich white Italian guy that I don't really know what is their relationship. It was supposed to be a business partnership. Nene's always presented it to us that way, but something about it is just wrong. Y'all, John love him some Nene. He love him some big, tall, black stallion Nene. He wants to climb that wall. Nene is gregarious. She's over the top. She's blonde. She's black. She's not a bad looking woman. You know, she's just a whole lot. And when he looks at her, you could tell it's like this dripping down of lust, and he just look at her like he just wants to just really have a piece of her. And that's kind of weird a little bit, right? Do y'all get the weird steez from John? Because I really do. I really do. You know one thing. If Nene ain't fucked him, and if she do, then he might be one of them crazy, crazy types. Like, he gonna believe that he owns her. Y'all seen the Italian mobster movies? I know I'm being... stereotypical right now, but y'all know how it is. If she just give him a little taste of it, now he gonna think it's his, and then she gonna turn around and try to tell him that it ain't his, and you know he gonna fuck her up. Y'all know. Now if we get to some red carpet event and Nene show up with a black eye, and we know that she gave him some. The problem with this whole situation with John is that John likes to give her expensive gifts, and Nene, like most women, like expensive gifts. So now she's got to try to temper out how to, you know, keep him latched on long enough for him to buy her the Rolexes and the Louboutins and all the rest of that good stuff, but then not enough to keep him around and think he gonna get some. Some tell me she might have to give him some, just a quickie. Alright, Kandi got her toys, and she's real excited about it. They're in, and she wants to give like a big launch party to promote, you know, her toys. And like I said, Kandi is a smart business person. I really admire Kandi because she is making it happen for herself. What did she say? It had been 5 months from when she said she wanted to do it to it's coming to fruition. I mean, we still waiting on She by Sheree. She wants to have this big event, right? So she has Phaedra and Sheree come over to the store to help her pick out, you know, she wants like the Adonis type, you know, the big muscular man to come and you know, give neck massages and back massages and feet massage, and just really like a pampering party for the women that's coming to her party. It's gonna be all women party, and just like a pamper thing. It was really funny. She has all these guys come to the store, and did y'all notice that Phaedra could barely contain herself? Like, I really think Phaedra was like really trying to make sure that she didn't jump on somebody. All right, Phaedra, now you know you got Apollo, and Apollo still got that one wayward eyebrow to make the nigga look like he just got a little bit of the old prison crazy still left up in him. So I wouldn't fuck around if I was her. And y'all, the men was fine. The men was fine. Rocky is a sucker for the old chest and arms. Muscular, just nice little teeny tiny waist. What about that guy that came in there, the first African one from Kenya with that little tiny waist? I was like, boy, if you don't go somewhere. Like I said, I love Kandi, but I was real mad that Sheree was there. I know Kandi is probably one of those types that just let bygones be bygones, but I think that Sheree is such a dirty bitch. I hate that she just let her be there and be a part of that whole experience. So the party comes up, and Kandi invites everybody to it. She lets everybody know on Twitter, and you guys know who's on Twitter when you are Kandi. I'm sure she's got thousands and thousands of followers, so she probably got a little bit of everybody at her event, but who cares? Because the reason why Kandi is smart is because you have to target your audience. Like, you let the average woman who has the average job come to these things. These are the women who are buying these toys. You know, if she would have invited a whole bunch of industry people, yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been swanky, and it would have been all that. But industry folks don't buy shit. They used to getting stuff free. So they would have been there, and they would have been thinking that, you know, this is just something for them to come to, you know, rub elbows and get them something to drink and take home a gift bag of bedroom candy. So I was feeling Kandi, you know, get these people there, let them buy the shit, you know, put the word out and make it happen for her. So I think that Kandi made a really good decision. And all the girls come, everybody, even Kim, and I was glad that Kim was there. I have realized that I'm not sick of Kim and Croy. It's just that they're boring to me. Even when she comes to these events, and even if nothing really happens, I just like to see her at the events. It makes me feel like she's involved in the show. It don't make me feel like I wish she was off. So it was good that Kim was there. The Talls are coming together, Nene, Marlo, and Cynthia. And they're in the car, and, you know, Nene's talking about how Bryce knew about the party, and how when she found out that Bryce knew about it, that she couldn't even figure out why she was coming. And I could kind of feel her like, I ain't really trying to be at a party with Bryce either. They get on to the party, and you know, they go and tuck away in the corner. Kandi is working the room, so she doesn't even really realize that they're there. I'm sure she knows that they're there, but she's not really worried that they're there or not there. But at some point, the male models come over and get Cynthia and Marlo and tell them to come over and let's do some, you know, come get some massages. So, you know, I like Marlo. Marlo is so, like, one week I like her, the next week I don't. I really think that I like Marlo because she is so... she's just so opposite, polarizing. That's the word. One week she's one way, the next week she's this other way. I think that Marlo can adapt to the environment because, you know, clearly Marlo has been in some, you know, off-color situations. I think that Marlo was fine being there. She's used to being there in that environment, as well as being with the high sedity types and, you know, the blue bloods and all of that. So, you know, in good nature, she goes and goes over there and lets them give her the massage, and Cynthia goes with her. And I was just like, uh-oh, Cynthia is away from her master. We're going to have to watch that. They're having a good time, and Nene is just over it. Now, this is the thing that bothers me about Nene. This kind of acting gets on my nerves, for real. I cannot stand the sometimes stupidity of the person that has made it. Okay, so you got your checks. You got your acting gigs, you got your money, you got your clothes, you're able to do more, buy more, and be more, and that's all fine and good. I am fully aware of the saying that when you know better, you do better. Well, okay, and see, ain't nobody asked Nene to, you know, get up there and show us some of her old stripper moves. All we trying to tell you to do is come, relax, and have a good time. I mean, this might not be what you're used to now, but you was used to it at some point, and why can't you remember that? This is like when I get to be a big star. I don't really think I'm gonna be a big star, you guys, but I'm just saying, like, if I ever thought that I made it like that, it is important to me to stay grounded. It is important to me to remember where I came from, and I think that I would always have friends around me that would remind me. And you guys, I'm not super ghetto, but I can hang with the super ghetto. I can change the shit up fast. I can be up here with the blue bloods, and then I know how to hang around the folks that is ghetto and, you know, street and all this. It's like, what more do you have to do than to be yourself? You know, I think that when people get to such a point where they have to look down their nose at somebody all the time, it really just irks me. It gets on my nerves, and that's the one thing about Nene that I don't like. You know, as fast as you got up there is as fast as it can get away. When shit get away from you like that, you're going to need to be able to fall back on some of these ghetto ass people that you done turned your back on. I think that people that make it like that, but then still remember their roots and what happened, and I think those are the people that are most likable and that can really relate to more people, both rich and, you know, not rich. To me, if you didn't want to participate and you thought that everybody there was gonna have on their Air Jordans, was gonna be dancing a certain kind of way and talking a certain kind of way and acting a certain kind of way, then why the fuck did you come? You ain't had to come to it. You did not have to come. You know, it's better for everybody involved if you just stayed your black ass at home. You know, bitch, go home, shit. So Cynthia and Marlo are having a good time with the masseuse, and Nene comes and tells them that she's ready to go, and they're not ready to go. And you know, Nene, she decides that she's leaving. Now, y'all remember that Nene was driving, so she leaves them there. She don't even go say nothing to Kandi, not a thank you, or had a good time, or nothing. Just real rude and basic, you know, and because she obviously doesn't feel like that crowd is worth her, you know, her being proper. Marlo looked like she's pissed. So I was like, that bitch looked like she want to fuck up Nene, or she want to shank a bitch or something. And Cynthia is just dumbfounded that her master done left her. Like a goddamn dog just running around there with the leash, just hanging around on the ground somewhere, just don't know what to do. Alright, you guys, that's it. A couple of things. This is my 100th video. I know I posted a video yesterday of me doing my makeup, but I didn't feel like that was truly my 100th video because that's an old video from my Foxy Roxy website, channel, I mean, that I canceled. So This is my 100th video. I'm excited about it, y'all. 100. I ain't gonna do no whole big old, you know, thing like I did before. It's just, we just gonna keep on putting them out, keep on churning them out, okay? You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. My channel is for itsrox. All the other things that I have will be in the bottom bar below, okay? All right, so I hope that you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars.